Hey, ranters. Where did Steph go? We don't see him.
We
There
going.
he is.
Morning, everybody.
Good
Everybody
morning.
on the check in. Salute the Brooklyn Honcho early on the check in.
What's up, Brooklyn Honcho? It was great having you yesterday.
Definitely. Top of the morning, good people. Says
Hey,
Kelso.
Kelso.
All right. So we starting off with you, right?
Yeah, so good morning, everybody. We small but mighty today.
What you said.
Um, Logic is was hard at work last night, so it is the Steph and Mimi takeover. So we're excited to be here. Steph is on the boards. I'll be moderating. So be gentle with us because it's our first time. Steph, where you at?
I just wanted to give you the thing. I was about to go right. I was about to go right into your segment. Don't waste no time with it.
Well, no, let's do what it do. Let's get into information. Give me my intro.
Cue the theme song.
Oh,
Two, one, two, ready.
hey, I love that theme song. So today in information, all health and wellness, because wealth is health and health is wealth. I'm going to talk to you about oil pulling. I don't know how many of you guys ever heard of this. I started it last year. And one thing that you'll know is anything that I say up here, I have put into practice in my life. So it's not just me telling you guys. I've tested a lot of these theories out, or it's in present practice. So just to go a little bit back, oil pulling has been this ancient practice that civilizations have used for years and years. Your mouth is one. It's like an epicenter for everything, for a lot of things going in and out. So let me just move this. I don't want that picture anymore, Steph. You can't get that one right. But it's an ancient practice because your mouth being the primary orifice of things coming in and outside of your body, it's where a lot of bacteria lies. Of course, we know. And then, given the pandemic, and we're always in discussion about what can we do to boost our immune system. This is kind of a gateway. So think of your mouth as a security guard of letting things in and out. So oil pulling, how to practice it is you gargle, and the most common is coconut oil. I use sesame seed oil. You gargle about a teaspoon to a shot of oil for 15 minutes in the morning. I do this right before I brush my teeth. And you're just gargling, swishing, like moving it around in your mouth. Make sure you don't swallow it because you don't want all that oil in your body. Spit it out. Then you brush your teeth. I also added a step of like I'll just um, gargle a little bit of warm salt water as well, just to get any excess oil out. And what the oil does in your mouth is like, you know how oil is very slippery. So it's like snatching the bacteria, if you will, in between your teeth, in between your mouth, all in your tongue, all of those things. And when you're spitting it out, you're left with like a slick, um, clean oral film. So some of the benefits for oil pulling: it whitens your teeth. It helps prevent gingivitis and cavities. It kills bacteria that cause bad breath. It reduces inflammation and bleeding of the gums. It improves metabolism and detoxification. So it's a form of a detox. It reduces tooth sensitivity and pain, and it helps clear sinuses. Now, obviously, with the pandemic, um, there is so many ways to be susceptible to sickness. And I can't say this is the only reason why I haven't been sick, but I haven't had anything, not even a cold, since I've started the daily practice of oil pulling, which was about a year ago. So that is your information for today. Let me know if you try it. That's
All right. That
it.
hey, Hey, that was actually very informational. Pun.
Thank
That was a
you.
pun intended. Because I had never heard of oil pulling, and but I'm always down for the hygiene tips. You know what I'm saying? Always
Yes,
down for it.
it's an easy tooth whitening system, so you can save those crest white strips, save your money, get you a bottle of coconut or sesame seed oil, and boom, get that million
Mm,
dollar smile.
all right.
We had, yeah, it was popping. Let's talk about it in the comments. Let's get it. We appreciate y'all. Thank you, Kelso. We appreciate you. Mimi F made me blush yesterday. That's my job. I'm glad you blushed because you're dark skinned too, so we couldn't even see it, but I love it. uh, let's go down to the next comment. Early, yes, grand
Yeah.
rising to you. Kelso, she was digging your cologne big time, Honcho. That is true. I was digging your cologne. I could smell it all the way through the airwaves. Come back anytime you
Uh,
want to, Brooklyn Honcho.
I'm dead.
Christopher Jeffries, top of the morning. Top of the morning to you, Grand Rising. And we got one more comment from Kelso. This some game right. Yeah, note taken. Let me know if you try it. Because I know
Really?
you'll let me know if you don't like it. Give it at least a week or two and check in with us. Let's see.
All
I'm
right.
glad you guys took it. So now we're into the news. Fuck that COVID. Wear your mask. That's the COVID update. Remember to wear your mask. It's the COVID update today. So we're checking in right into the news.
I'm sorry.
Ohio mom on no, don't be sorry. Ohio mom is on the come up. So Steph is gonna take it away.
Okay, so as you can see here, Ohio woman arrested for leaving children in motel room while she worked received more than $150,000 in financial support. Now, I ain't getting into the article just yet, but if this is said mom, I can see why she received said money. Um, but I will read the article, right? You may have recently come across the story of Sanaya Bell, the 24-year-old mother of three, who was arrested in Liberty Township, Ohio, and charged with 2 counts of misdemeanor child endangerment after she left her two children alone in a hotel room while she worked her job at Little Caesars. Wow, dang. This is one of those stories where it behooves compassionate people to steer clear of social media comment section regarding Bell's situation unless they want to bear witness to dumpster fire of misogyny and poverty shaming that happened on a lot of threads. Unfortunately, this story has a happier ending than many like it had, as people who are naturally empathetic to the struggles of a fellow human being were able and willing to say, "I'm here for you," with their wallets. Okay. NBC reports 10 uh NBC 10 reports that a GoFundMe page set up by Bell to her GoFundMe help her find permanent housing and other financial support with the goal raising of only $5,000, and it raised more than $150,000 in funds. So this is actually a really nice story, which is this is a tone shifter for us.
Yeah, I think it's great that she was able to get to some support. Again, we talked about this just in a lot of these philanthropic community raising things. It's a shame that she only has access to work at this type of job and she has to make these choices. So one of my biggest things is I can't judge people on their choices if I don't know what options that they have. And the fact that she has to put her children in this predicament to make money to feed them and house them is the real conversation that we should be having, and that the fact that the community has to take care of her because our government doesn't is a point of concern for me.
Yeah, um I will say this, right? 24-year-old at Little Caesars sounds about right. right? When I was 24, I think I was working utilities, sanitizing buses. So
Mhm.
yeah, I was making about $13 an hour. So it's that's normal. And the thing is, but I had kids at this. I had a kid at that time, but I was with the mother. Me and the mother were still together. So she's doing this solo. So she has a different set of plight. You know what I'm saying? So you even just telling the story back to us, you can empathize with it. Like, oh, she left her kids while she went to work. Right? It's like, well, at a hotel room. So you're already unstable living conditions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can tell they live in check to check. So you automatically empathize from the set. And if we're gonna be honest, this is America, and she's easy on the eyes. All right, definitely easy on the eyes. And it's always easier to sympathize with good-looking people if we're being 100. Right?
Yeah, there's
And
a
I'm bringing
such
this back.
thing as pretty. There's such thing as pretty privilege. I do agree with that. I
I mean,
definitely
I
agree
want to
with pretty
donate.
privilege.
I want to donate right now. Stimulation, a little stimulation.
So, question of the day though. So she got 150 G's. That's a big gap from, South. What this is down Ohio. So let's assume minimum wage is around $10-15. That's a big gap. How do you feel? And this is a question for the audience too. She should spend the money.
Mm. Mm. Oh no, housing, and that's what the money was for, right? Housing, permanent housing, and that's definitely that's a nice home actually, 150K.
In Ohio? Oh yeah, that's a really nice home in Ohio.
Yeah,
She wants to
and
stay.
you ain't gotta live in Township, Ohio. Okay, you can go ahead and move to Cleveland, go somewhere nice. I wouldn't say nice Cleveland, but go somewhere. What
Don't
is
do
it?
Cleveland do nothing to you.
Listen. That's my people. My people. I love y'all, but man, y'all know we get ratchet. Uh, Move to Akron, or goddamn, not Akron, but Athens, Athens. Akron just as ratchet. Don't go to Athens. But and Virginia Slim, peace and good morning.
Peace to you, Virginia Slim. Okay, so what I would do with the money if I was her, and granted, like I'm assuming 24 at Little Caesars, there's like a education variance. But the first thing that I would like to think I would do if I was in her case was get a financial advisor, a credible one,
Mm,
that can help me flip the money. I stash them in some kind of investment so my kids can go to college so they aren't in the same predicament that I was in. I would definitely come up on some housing. I wouldn't put it all in real estate, but I'd put at least like 50% down. And I would either go back to school or start a business depending on like what her dreams are and go ahead and like self fund that. Because 150,000, especially in a pandemic, she can make that last for the rest of her life. What y'all think? Let's get back to the comments.
okay. Peace. I'm sorry. That's a.
Kelso, she's fire, Steph. I feel you.
You
Yeah,
know
she
what I'm
is a
saying?
pretty good. I don't know why she reminds me of Gina off of Martin. Like she gives me like Tisha back in the day, Tisha
I,
Campbell.
that's you. Hey,
Is it
hey,
me? Is it? It
that's
could be
you.
me. I'm
And
always
that's
likening people to people. I believe everyone has a twin somewhere.
doppelgangers. We in here.
What else we got up in these comments? Let's
Salute
see.
Lord
What's
Bell.
good?
Let
Hey,
me check
Lorville,
you.
how are you? Ahmad, she should hit my Cash App. There's a 5K limit. Yes, she should hit my Cash App too. I agree. I like the way you think. Share the wealth. Share the wealth. Kelso, she needs to invest it into a better form of income, i.e., education, certification, pay her bills for the year, and put the rest away and never touch it. I'm feeling that. I'm
Okay.
feeling that.
Another comment.
Kelso also has a PS. Her baby father is going to come back around and hit her with the "Let me flip that for you, baby." Yeah, I agree. I agree that
Listen,
baby father is lurking around the corner.
listen. baby father, I the baby father was gonna come around this time of year anyway. This is tax season. He was gonna come back with the flip that already. Now it's a whole lot more to flip.
Oh, so is that? I mean, you a baby daddy. Uh, what's the baby daddy rotation? I like to know. How
Man,
does this
listen,
work?
listen. It was shit was all good a few years ago. You know, she got a new baby daddy, so she be holding on now. So life is. I
No,
don't get to
I'm
claim on,
asking you
I'm talking,
what
I'm talking
is
about
the
taxes. I don't get to claim on taxes no more.
oh, but I'm saying what is like the baby daddy rotation? Is it like tax season, Christmas, birthday? Like how do you know when to come back around? Because I know there's a
Oh,
system. What's the baby daddy rotation? The annual rotation.
oh man. Honestly, not that I'm doing this. I just want to say this for the public. I'm not doing this. But if there was a time to come around, you know when there's a because you talking to your kid, you talking to her, you know when it's a hardship or a vulnerability where you can leak in at. Oh man, the light's gonna get cut off. Damn, well, you know what? Yeah, yeah. Well, here's a little extra something. You know, now don't even bring it up. Don't even bring it up. I got you. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And
Okay.
but if I'm be using lights here, if a lights here,
Oh my
I'm gonna be
gosh.
spending some nights here. You understand me?
That is awful. That's awful. Okay, so here's a question for you. Your baby mama come up the way she came up 150,000. You trying to
Mm.
get back with her?
Whoo, 150K, man. I don't want to say I don't want to say I'm gonna sell my soul for 150K. Let me tell you, I'm gonna say no. Right? That's understand me. I've been through some shit. I'd have been through some shit, but that's just me. And normal people would be like, hell yeah, but I've just been through some shit. And you know what
I
though?
don't
I would be so happy for her. You know what I'm saying? Because that's less stress off me, and I feel like he can improve his relationship even if he don't get back with her, like because she's
Mhm.
not really looking at you for the money as much as it is like she got it. So if the dude was just like if she was working at Little Caesars and I'm guessing he was economically on the same level she was, I'm guessing he
Yeah.
would too.
I don't know because it's I don't know if someone comes around, anybody, whether it's baby daddy or ex boyfriend, right after the come up, I'm looking at you sideways.
Oh yeah,
Um,
you got to.
but like it's interesting that you said like, okay, it takes the load off of me. So because she got it, do you feel like? And I don't know how child support or like everyone has different arrangements. If your arrangement was, I give her 500 a week or 500 a month or whatever towards my child. But now that she got 150,000, would you want to renegotiate your
well,
terms because she
well,
got it?
well, no, 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 no. You still got if you're on child support, you still got to pay that. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I don't care how much money she got.
No,
Child
or
support, you got.
pretend she don't have child support. If she come up on 150 G's, will you be like, well, you don't necessarily need this?
Well, when you're giving it, it's just not. It's not like maybe some stuff be like maybe she can hold on for a week till I get this straight, and then I'll just pay her what I was gonna pay her next week.
But you still would want to pay
Yeah,
as
absolutely,
a
man.
dad. Shout
Look at
out
your
to you.
kids.
Shout
Yeah,
out to you. I was watching shout out to anyone who watches Real Housewives of Atlanta. It makes me feel like I'm at home. That's my little piece of Atlanta. And on this season, Candy is either like suing her. I think it's like she's suing it is the right term. Her
mhm,
baby dad for back child support. Now, granted, Candy's worth millions of dollars.
right, right,
I would say if I had to guess, I would say at least 50 mil, maybe 100 mil, because she has like bedroom candy. She has all these businesses. She's a successful
yeah, absolutely.
entrepreneur, multi hyphenate. She's dope. And on the episode, he owes her, at one point, her baby dad was making millions, and he owes her a substantial amount. And as her glam squad is doing her hair, one of the girls is like, I mean, but you don't need it. And she just looked like, don't do me like that. Like, it don't matter if I need it or not. This is what's owed to me. So let's, for sake of comments, for sake of just a story and a
Mhm.
question, your baby mama is worth $100 million.
Mhm.
You're not worth what you used to worth, but you wasn't paying it at the time. She sues you. Would you want to pay, or would you want to fight that case?
You said I wasn't paying it?
Yeah, you wasn't paying it when you had money like that, when you was worth millions, but now
Oh,
you may or may not have it. I'm not sure the story of the baby daddy, but she's like, I'm trying to get this money, and in the episode she talks about like she's just gonna put it in a trust fund straight for her kid, like she don't really need the money, but her position is pay me what I owe. What do you think about that? Pay me what you owe.
pay me what you owe, which is something I believe in, right? it's just it's just like, but the thing is, when you're that high of an earner, or if like you're if you're a rapper or something like that, that's not always gonna be what it is, right? We know we've seen rappers. The lifespan of a rapper is really, really short. And I don't mean his life wise. I'm talking about him being on, right? So if I'm a rapper and I came in, I was hot for 2 years, and you put me on child support for what I was making those 2 years, I'm gonna have to get
I didn't
readjustment.
say he was a rapper. You
No,
added that.
I'm just saying. I'm just hypothetical. It's all hypotheticals. You know what I'm saying? I'm a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Now my bars is trash bars for 500, and I ain't moving no records. All right, so you gonna have to file for an adjustment, man. Pay what you can, man. Hey, listen, I would not pay. I would not go broke trying to pay off my car note. If I ain't got enough money to
Hmm.
eat, I'm not gonna pay my car note.
Right.
Right? That's just putting things in prioritizing things. But you pay what you can. If you can pay it, pay it. If you can't, then you got to mortgage it out
I
long
think that
term.
she's well in her rights to get what she's owed. If I was her, I would definitely reach out to get what I'm owed. But because I'm worth so much, if
But when I was
it's
on,
too much.
why was I not paying when I was on? You know what I'm saying? Like you say he was on at one point and he wasn't paying it. Like
But you don't know, like there's so many different dynamics with babies, baby mamas. It seems like at one point, just based off, like I act like I know them, but based off of the show, it seems like at one point there was a lot of contention and they weren't in a good place. He could have taken it out on a daughter. I'm not sure, but I would be safe to say, like, if I was her, I would be fighting to get that money, and I'm sure she's been fighting for a while now. I would assume she's been fighting for a while now, and now like that she has more money and influence and access. Not that she was ever broke. It may be easier to have like these power lawyers to go do the dirty work, but
Mhm.
I wouldn't be pressed to get it, which I don't think she is. I wouldn't spend any energy that leaned into stress. So if it was just more like me making a call and the lawyers is gonna handle everything, and then like the money will be wired to me, I'm going after. But if it causes me to do any kind of extra work that causes stress and energy that I don't want to give to my quote unquote baby dad, then I let it go because I got 100 mil. And my daughter's gonna be taken care of regardless. But let's get into these comments.
Yes, 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 yes.
I'm reading the one that says Kelso says her baby dad about to buy bricks with that and never look back. Could be possible. If he flip it, he should definitely give her some.
Give back to the community.
Snuggle 668. If that was a man, would that have happened? Good question. Good questions.
Mhm.
I think we don't give single dads enough love. We definitely don't
Right,
give them enough
right.
love.
And you gotta, but he can't just be a single dad. He gotta be good looking too.
Oh, maybe because when Felon Bay was popping, when
Oh,
his
fella, you talking
mugshot
about the
came
felon
out,
dude?
yeah, we felt
Man,
that we if it was man, it may have happened because Felon Bay was getting all the money on his commissary and 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 housing situations for him to come out. So maybe, but again, that's a pretty privileged.
and it's crazy too, because I've seen this fool since then. I've seen this fool actually modeling. Like, he
Oh,
actually be getting work.
he was. I don't know if he married or was dating a billionaire, but the
Come on now.
I was about to call her the princess of Top Shop, but the heiress to the Top Shop empire. They were kicking like he left his baby mama for that. I remember that being a thing.
Yeah, I don't
I
blame
mean,
nonetheless.
$1 billion is hard. I get it.
I get it.
I understand. Let's get back to these comments. Snuggles also says, "What happens to the parents who could have watched the children?" I think it's different dynamics. Like some grandparents love their grandkids. I even seen an instance where my friend's mom was charging him to babysit. So now all grandparents want to watch
Yeah.
their grandkids. So we don't know is the answer.
And I think that I'm glad you brought that up, right? Because people don't owe you nothing. People get this like, oh, my mom, these your grandchildren, you should be your grandparents, they grandparents. They've raised you. They don't owe you nothing. They don't owe them grandkids nothing. I keep hearing people saying, man, my mama don't do nothing for my kids. Your mama ain't supposed to do nothing for your kids. She done raised us. Like that's
So
it's
how involved are
happen,
your parents with your kids?
well, my mom, rest in peace, was very
Oh, I'm
involved.
sorry, I didn't know that.
This is fine. She was very involved. My father, not so much, but he also was not involved in my life. So I don't take that personal at all.
There you go.
We'll go to the next.
Let's get back to these comments. Kelso says he'd be in jail facing child endangerment charges at Snuggle668. Men are held to higher standards when it comes to providing. I agree.
But she did go to jail, and honestly, she went to jail for this. That's what this whole thing was. She was
Okay.
arrested for this.
I wonder how much this money, this 150,000, went to her bail. Snuggles agree, and Kelso says everyone's circumstances doesn't permit parental assistance. All right, Kelso, we agree with you. Kelso, I'm definitely doubling back for the 150K stuff. Get you, get back, pimping. LOL. I hear you. Let's flip this money. Snug, are you buying bitcoins with 150K? Let us know. Let us know. Snuggle668. So, are they trying to convey women are always victims? We don't know, but I definitely think that there is. Kelso has a point to there is a higher standard when it comes to providing. Same with it's the same token of like women, our double standard of being over sexualized when it comes to like making money and being successful. Men, I feel like are held to a higher standard. What about you, Kelso? I mean, Steph.
Oh, men are definitely held to a higher standard in that regard. As you can see, the whole child support system is set up is based off of anarchy system of men being the providers and the breadwinners, and that's not even the case in today's society, especially in our community.
Okay. Well, Snuggles disagrees. Women can't be held to the same standard. What was the fight for equality amounts and men and women about? That I don't feel like that's reality. I wish that we had the same quality, but we're still making less on the dollar. Like that fight is still going on. Snuggles, is this your first time watching the show? This battle of the sexes is a constant conversation that we have, but great points. Better late than a rebroadcast. Grand Rising Ranters, just one love. Grand Rising to you. Thank you for checking in. And then Kelso's, if his child support payment was structured for a millionaire, and the money slowed up. She's out of pocket. No kid needs over a rack a month. Anything over that, you're funding your baby mom's occasions. Okay, okay. Kelso says
Oh,
peace to just one love. Snuggles. All right, lost the comment. Yeah. Show us a person not who is not able to pay a bill and she still wants them to pay the bill no matter what. Very interesting. I wonder if the shoe was on the other foot, wouldn't have happened. Possibly.
no, no,
Possibly. Redemption, my girl, Redemption. Salute to all. Good morning to you, beautiful. I'm so happy to see you in the check-in. Virginia Slim, single dad holding it down with 2 girls. Shout
man,
out to you, Virginia Slim. That's
let's start
dope.
this for me for Virginia Slim. Let's go give my
That's
man some
dope.
money,
Shout
man.
out to
Give my
you.
man a bags.
Mr. Jones, top of the morning, king and queen. Thank you. Good morning to you as well, Mr. Jones. Okay, I'm like, what's the topic? So far, we got into oil pulling. Google that. Get into your oil health care. And right now, we're talking about this single mom of 3, 24, working at Little Caesars. Her kids were caught left alone in a hotel, and more or less she got arrested for it, and a GoFundMe page was set up, $150,000. So the first question was what we do with the money, and we spearheaded to some baby daddy talk as well. But we about to
Mhm.
wrap this up real soon. Let's get to these last comments, and then we're gonna get to the next story. I would invite my baby mama over for dinner. Take some herbs from Miss Ravioli or Dr. CV, then pull out my pole like Moses for the Red Sea, and then let my people go. Just saying. All
Oh
right,
God.
so well played. Well played. Literary excellence. We could just start and stop right here. So he wants to be a part of this $150,000 come up. I hear you, Lorville, but why not just put a ring on it? Why trap it with another baby? Why not put a ring on it? I just want to know. But literary excellence. I wish you was there to read it yourself. Just one love. Me too at King Latrell. So, what are your final thoughts for communal help? Um, Steph, you want to go first, or like community
No.
help? Oh, okay. Well, I think my final thoughts for community help is we're in a weird position. Community is always beautiful, and we see it more than ever now in the pandemic that people are helping people. And the reason that people are helping people so much is that the government is not set up for success. Like we pay our taxes, and X is I'm sorry, that's Harlem. If y'all hearing silence, that's Harlem acting up.
Nah, I didn't
Uh,
know that was me or you.
it's me. Usually like we're on mute the whole time, but not it's not the case today. That's Harlem outside wilding out. But basically, I wish that the government had a better infrastructure and money management for like our resources. So when things like this happen, we can actually go to our government to get help. But I think overall, community help is a beautiful thing, and it's always great to see people helping one another.
And with that being said, I believe in honesty. And I honestly did not answer this question because I didn't know what communal was. So
Okay, just one love. Nas Steph sound like he just judged that point that his mom's raised his oldest seed. I don't remember what part she's talking about, but all right.
mm,
Redemption is laughing at Kelso,
so
King Latrell. Oh wow.
I love that.
Snuggles.
I
Oh yeah,
love that for the
yeah. That's the best comment of the day. Snuggles wants to know who set up the GoFundMe page. Don't know. Kelso bars Lorville, Lorville for the win, and Lorville ends. And I feel like we could drop the mic right here with him. 150K is the mission I want to accomplish.
hmm,
Fair,
hmm.
fair. Don't we all? Don't we all? Well, that
All
was
right.
fun. That was
That was.
a great start to the Monday
That
morning.
was.
Yeah, we started with a single mom and Lorville trapping, trapping for a baby. So
I ain't
okay,
mad
I
at you.
understand. I
I
ain't mad
ain't
at it.
mad
Our
at
next story.
you.
Da-da-da-da-da-dum. Yeah, y'all remember? Was I the only one that like played that on the keyboard and thought they were just doing something? Like I knew
Bruh.
that.
Yeah, I couldn't play the keyboard, but
But I knew that one song.
hey, it
Da-da-da-da-dum-dum.
was funny. Is because I knew a nigga who could play the keyboard, who could play the piano, and he played that song, and I just thought he was fire. I'm like, oh, this nigga got talent.
I remember that. All right, y'all. So our next story, a wheelchair woman robs a bank. Steph, take it away for us.
Oh man. All right. And this comes by way of News for Jax, Jacksonville, Florida. Yes, that is where I am. Woman in motorized wheelchair robs downtown Jacksonville bank. Police take suspect into custody not long after robbery reported. I can imagine. A bank located blocks away from Jacksonville Sheriff's Office headquarters was robbed Monday by a woman in a motorized wheelchair, authorities said. The bank robbery was reported about noon at the Regis Bank branch on Bay Street near Lunar Street. That's not necessary. Police said the woman slowed down to discuss an account, or showed up to discuss an account, but she got into an argument with the teller that escalated, and when she threatened to kill everyone in the bank and announced she was robbing the place. I'm sorry, y'all. Excuse my professional.
Get through the story.
The woman left the bank after she was given some cash, and was taken into custody nearby a short time after. Police said no woman was seen during the robbery, according to police, and no one inside the bank was hurt. Well, obviously. All right. Now.
Okay, so now thank you for barely getting through that, but we are here. I didn't hear. Did the woman have a gun? Okay.
Man.
So
See, all you gotta do is raise your voice at white people. You understand? I'm gonna kill everybody in this mother. Oh, please. Oh, here. That's what it sounded like happened. Like she just I bet this was a sister. Now we can play guess what race it is, and I can figure it out. But as of right now, they didn't show us a picture.
okay, I also have another question. What was the getaway vehicle? Was it the wheelchair?
Absolutely, it was. How you think they found her? And then they got her name because she came to talk about her account. She went robbing them. You gave her the money.
What was her name? I'm just curious, and I'm gonna guess what race it is.
Oh, they didn't even say the name.
I think you said they had a name. Okay, so the real question, let's pretend she had a gun. She's robbing the bank. You're in the bank. What are you going to do? What are you going to do if you ever got stuck, like robbed by someone in a wheelchair? What would be your instinct?
You're not robbing. You're not getting out that dope, fam. You can't get out the dope. Second, you turn your back and try to zoom off, and I'm coming for you, bro.
That is awful. That is awful. What y'all think in the comments? Do you think someone who is in a wheelchair robbing a bank, like, is it the bank's fault that she got away, or is it hers? I don't know how to say it. I'm trying to be politically correct because I know there's like certain terms that are let's just go to Virginia Slim because I don't even know what I'm saying. Were the doors automatic? Did someone hold the doors open for her? How'd she get out? Questions that I would like to know as well. Redemption.
I don't know if they got this everywhere, but you got that little circle, that pad that you just push, and the doors open up for handicapped people. That's probably what it was. I don't know.
I think these are.
She didn't have. I
think these are great questions. These are great questions. Redemption Song says she's black. She looked it up. And Precious says, "What two of favorite light skins?" Are you talking about us?
Yes, he's talking about us.
I put my shea butter on today,
Hey, what's up,
so
bro?
my
What's
black
up,
won't
Pressure?
crack. Hey,
What's going on, man?
Pressure. Hey, Pressure. Ban all rascals and hover rounds from banks immediately. I I don't even want to say I agree because these comments are
But
terrible.
this is what confused me, right? Because it said nothing about a gun. I don't know where was the robbery.
Yeah,
She didn't even say, "Give me all the money." You just offered some money.
something in the water ain't
Shut up,
clean.
man.
I I don't
Shut
I
up.
don't I don't feel like we got the whole story.
And she hovered off. You know she hovered off.
But this is coming out of Florida, and y'all do crazy-ish all the time. Of course, this story comes out of Florida.
Listen. That's Florida. This is Jacksonville. Okay, we are sensible people. Listen, this is not what it is, man. They set my girl up. They set my girl up. Ooh,
What?
this ain't the first time they undid this.
I don't know. This story don't make no sense to me at all. Let's go to the next comment from
How you
King
get robbed
Latrell.
by an unarmed wheelchair woman? And I promise you, this woman is diabetic or probably got one and a half legs. I'm
We
not
don't
making.
know that.
I'm.
We don't know
I
that.
can take a wild guess.
We definitely don't know that. Let's go back to these comments because this story is bizarre. King Isla Trail said, "Ain't no way she should get away." I agree. I agree. There's too many people that, unless she had a gun, because like obviously you can shoot that, but still there should just be a way where we should be able to like stop this crime, like even the like and I'm not being joking, like the rolling away part of it, of the story, like because all I imagine is like a woman in a wheelchair, and like you know how like in Florida like there's sidewalks everywhere, so like she's rolling past the McDonald's, rolling past the Chick-fil-A, like into the sunset after she's robbed the bank. Is like no, like nobody
No.
stopped her.
No, listen. She went and got, listen, this has happened downtown. So she went to the bus stop, got on the bus. The bus had to open up the ramp. She got on the bus. The bus driver had to stop and latch her her wheelchair
Yes,
down.
yes,
Like
I've
all
seen
this
that.
happened. And then that's how they caught her. She was on the city bus. I don't know
It's
that,
just,
but this is a pretty good guess.
I mean, that helps paint the picture. Let's get back to these. Virginia Slim says, "Hi, Steph. She smashed the shit out that handicap door."
Oh,
Yeah, no, you know, no.
wait.
It's right under King Latrell. I think we're helping
I think
this
I just think
story.
did I jump up too far? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she smashed the shit out of the handicap door pad and got away. I definitely think that could be possible. Lorvell, I would kick over her wheelchair, then tell her don't run. Go. Okay, let's just. All right. King Latrell is laughing like we are. And then Precious says, "Are you on Precious comment?"
Yeah.
Only cane power elderly people should be allowed in banks from now on. You know, Pressure, you're onto something. You have a lot of great ideas. Lots of great ideas.
So we
Virginia
discriminate.
Slim.
So this happens one time in the entire history of all people and all the robberies ever in life. She's the first woman to ever rob a place with no gun in a wheelchair. And
We don't know that.
all right, go find the other one.
We don't.
I'll
We don't
wait.
know that. There's a lot of crazy laws that are out there. Like you could Google crazy laws, and like I think like in a random small city in Texas, like it's illegal to put a giraffe in the refrigerator, and it's like, why? Why did anyone try this for this law to be made? So you know, Precious onto something. Precious onto something.
Virginia Slim is
Virginia
an asshole.
Slim. I dated. Okay, I'm just these first four words have me concerned with whatever this says. I dated a girl in a wheelchair once, but she broke up with me because I kept pushing her around. I said, "Well, that's because you did." Next comment, go. I knew I should have read that. Lavelle is like king of bars between Lavelle and Virginia Slim, king of bars today. Who's gonna win? I don't know. Uh, Redemption Song is laughing. Lavelle Steph has a point. All you have to do is raise your voice at white folks. I did it yesterday, and the white man got in line. Think so. I think so. Our blackness is a weapon.
Oh yeah. He said the same thing twice. Okay.
Redemption Song. This situation makes no logical sense. Something nefarious is up with this. I agree, and I love that you use the word nefarious because I'm gonna have to Google that. I know I've seen it before, but I don't know what it means at this moment in time. Shout out to the beauty. Not only are you beautiful, but smart as well. I love it. Redemption, they are getting you today. Virginia Slim, NYC 2015 dude robbed a bank in a wheelchair. I knew that couldn't have been the only one.
Did he have a gun? Did he have a gun?
Let's just get off of this story. There's just a lot going on, a lot of information we don't have. But be your own judge and jury over there. Like, hey, listen, we appreciate everything coming in.
I'm gonna be down there later on today to support my paraplegic sister in her struggle. You know what I'm saying? Because this is an injustice. This is an injustice. You gave her the money. She rode off into the sunset thinking she had expressed her concern and you had compensated her, and she drove off. She rode off, wheeled off, whatever it is,
into the sunset,
and at least to the bus stop, because it's real crowded downtown.
Okay. All right. Well, our next story in Q, Cam Newton argues with a kid at camp. What's up with these football players just upset this week? Tell us about it, Steph.
Okay, so Cam Newton is at a 7-on-7 camp. I'm just gonna paraphrase it. Was at a 7-on-7 camp to help with the youth, speaking to the youth, all that good stuff, and he got into an exchange with words with a young man. They have video of the exchange, so I'll play the video. I'll play this video first. Hold on, hold on. Do this again. I'm sorry, y'all.
It's all good. Take your time. We don't know what we're doing. For anyone just checking in, and the show feels a little different, is Steph and I on the boards and moderating today, keeping the episodes going strong so you guys have a show today. So, you ready?
Yeah. Let me move this comment so we can. There you go. So we're gonna get to this first video. Dang. Why isn't that? Okay.
What's going on over there? I'll be some background.
All right. It's another video, but it's trying to make me. Oh, there you go.
No, disrespect. If you want some attention, I'm gonna give it attention. The right way, bro. The right way. When do y'all play? What was y'all record today then? What did you do? I wasn't able to see because y'all was shooting. All right, bro. What did he do, man? Does he play?
He got speed.
He got speed.
No, he's playing.
Oh. Huh? Nah, don't act shy, nah, bro. Don't act shy. I'm asking. I couldn't see today. You watch YouTube. You watch YouTube. You can't see me in the cross. I'm trying to see like what you. We do that shit for real though. I'm like, you rep that 215. 205? 215. 215. Okay, cool. I'm just please don't be one dimensional. Like you said something to me, then I go, I'm really trying to talk to you. I'm not trying to like crack no jokes. I'm just really trying to ask a simple question. It's your fault why everybody's looking, but I'm really just trying to ask a question. But you never said what you did. You said you gonna see. Nah, coach, no disrespect. No disrespect. Right? Coach, we squashed it. We good. I was. I love that. I love that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to break the monotony. Yeah. I'm just trying to talk to him. You think I'm trying to pound him? I'm just but y'all don't play no more today. Are you good? Y'all play us next? Younger team.
All right. So, yeah, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I naturally like start tuning out anything sports related because I'm not that girl. But I got the gist. I got the gist. Do you want me to go first, or you want to talk?
Oh dang. I was in the mic. My bad.
It's all good.
Okay, I'll go first, right? I've seen
Okay.
people saying, Cam, I've seen people saying both sides, right? The young man was disrespectful. You shouldn't have, like at the end of the day, that's still an adult. Oh, dang.
What?
Nah, I just realized it was an echo crazy. Okay.
Yeah, it's all good.
All right. So
Finish your thought.
now, I've seen a lot of people saying Cam Newton Cam Newton handled it the wrong way. That he should have just kept going, should have kept walking. Seen a lot of people say, the child was in the wrong as well. I think either way, I think this was both and both points blown out the way, blown out of proportion, right? Because at the end of the day, it's just this is how people interact with each other on foot when they playing football, right? Like you see, this young man had no problem cursing in front of an adult, right? But when they on the football field, they cuss. That's what they do, right? And that's the environment that it is. That's the atmosphere. They curse, and you notice that Cam Newton wasn't even responding to the cuss words. It was the hostile, attack at this man's his livelihood. Like basically saying you're gonna be poor soon. I think that is what really really affected him.
That kicked him in his ego nuts.
Right.
Do you know what started the argument? I may have missed that part.
Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I definitely think Cam put so much energy in this young man. And then he was being a human. He wasn't being Cam the superstar, Cam the football player. He was being human and reacting humanly to somebody disrespecting him. Now, if I was him, I would have said after he said you're gonna be poor soon is you will be rich never. And that would have shut all like the jokes down in my opinion. Cause it's like you won't even reach the heights that I've reached, young man. Like this is the peak of your existence. If he wanted to go for the jugular. I did like the where's your father? That hurt. That hurt me watching it. So,
No, I don't think he meant. See, and that was another thing that social media took and ran with it. Like, where's your father? Because, like, he
definitely meant it that way.
He's not assuming that you don't have a dad. He's saying, I'm not finna argue with no little boy. Where's your dad?
Yeah, okay, possibly. I took it as, where's your father? You acting like this because you ain't got no daddy who loves you. That's how I took it. But I actually hope you're right. I hope you're right and I'm wrong.
Because he says that I'm not finna. I don't know if you heard it in the banter, but he was saying, but he said I'm not finna argue with no little boy. Where's your dad? And then, but if you don't have a dad, you might internalize that. You might take that to heart.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
People don't know. He don't know you don't got no dad. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so are you saying he should have said, "Where's your legal guardian"? What
No,
would have been
no. I think
where's the adult that dropped you off? Like,
no, because
I get it.
I'm about to say I've had people not in arguments. When I was a kid, I had people ask me what my dad was. Shit, I don't know. that was the answer. But yeah, I can see how you can take that a certain way. But if you don't nobody know you ain't got no daddy. Like, you're
Yeah.
supposed to have a father.
In an argument, everything is magnified. Like anything that usually would not usually be offensive, once you get into your levels, like it gets offended. So the question from this story that we're gonna roll with is, how do you know when to step away so your buttons wouldn't be pushed? Like,
It's funny you said, because you was talking about this the other day, and I took from that where you said it was you or V, when y'all was both talking about not giving up your energy so easily. And
that was V. I
okay.
took that too. Like, y'all sell your energy for cheap, something like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sell your
Shout out
energy
to V.
cheap. Yeah, shout out to her, who I thought was coming in to check in. But
You gotta throw shots. Answer the damn question.
what was the question? What was the question? Can you hear me?
Okay. Oh, well, that's a better way to let's structure it to be like, what's the price of your energy? Like, when is it work? When do you have time to get reckless, and when is it like, nah, like that ain't my price?
Well, how can I say this? That would initially triggered me, but after I would have said, like, after the I'm rich thing, and he said, "But you're gonna be poor," I would have stopped arguing with the young man.
Yeah.
Because the thing we didn't bring up is everything that you as an individual want to accomplish, Cam Newton has already accomplished. Heisman Trophy winner in college, right? National championship in college. Drafted first round overall, wins the MVP in the NFL, goes to the Super Bowl. You can't. There's not a long list of people with that resume. It's a short list, and you have an opportunity where a guy wants to talk to you, and you just hostile the whole time. And I want to bring in the special guest real quick. Miss Ravioli, how you doing, Miss Ravioli?
Hey, Miss Ravioli.
Hello.
How are you?
I am managing. How are you
Same.
two?
Same.
Hey, did you see the video?
No.
You see the video? Okay.
Well, the question that we're talking about right now, long story short, Cam Newton gets in an argument with this kid at a football camp. Obviously, it's heightened because it's Cam Newton. And the question on the table is, what's the cost of your energy? So another way to phrase it is, what petty stuff do you have time for, and what things do you leave in the dust?
Okay, so this is a part of my 30-day challenge.
Okay.
And that would be energy currency. So I am trying not to spend any like negative energy currency at all. That's my goal. I have not achieved that goal, but I am working towards that. I heard that. Is that when the young man was saying like you're a free agent or something like that? He kept yelling that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. How did Cam Newton respond? Did he say anything?
He was entertaining it. And then there's a bit of a discussion of like what were like just true questions. Like he says, "Where's your dad?" Right? And it could be taken two ways. Like him saying, like, "You ain't got no dad," like, or he was saying, "Where's your dad?" in the terms of like, "Where's your father?" Because I'm not arguing with the little kid. So we don't know. The discussion's still out on how things were sensationalized, but Arguing with a kid, do you have time for it?
I don't have time for it. I did waste a lot of currency on that, like a lot of energy currency on um either trying to persuade people to see things the way that
Hmm.
I know them to be. And I can't do that. I can't control anyone else's thought process. I can
I
provide
agree.
them with information, but I can't control their thought process. I mean, that's actually happened to me recently, like within the last couple of days. So, yeah, and I've heard so much, like from Lucifer, that just all the words could just roll right off of me.
Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely think you got a point there. Arguments really are two people trying, at most times, two people trying to force the other person to see their point.
Hmm.
Because it's like, no, 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 no. You need to believe this, and you need. Now I ain't gotta believe nothing, and you ain't gotta believe nothing. We can both live in our truth. Let's get to the comments. I'm at pressure. In the words of Dave Chappelle, where is Ja? Just to correct you, Dave Chappelle, he said, "Who gives a fuck about what Ja Rule thinks?" That's how I remember it, pressure. But Ja is he was working on some late at night, so we holding it down for him to bring you more every single day. Just one love. We in this thing. Yes, we are. Keep it going, Steph and Mimi. Salute to you. Thank you.
Listen,
Um,
all these mute your mic. All right, listen.
we got
Listen here,
no,
goddamn.
we got that. That was no, that was
Listen.
wild. That was while it was playing. So
No. Listen, I would appreciate that, but I couldn't hear that because when I'm on the screen, I don't see this. I don't see this backstage anymore. So I didn't see the
okay.
comments, but I appreciate y'all trying to look out for me, and I will do better. All right, I promise y'all. All right.
Yes. Pressure goes redemption song. Glad I
Um,
made you smile
that's
today.
nice.
Just one love agile logic. Somebody needs to go through a training class.
Come on, man.
This is we are on the job training today. Pressure, when y'all play a video, mute your mics to avoid reverb. I got you. I'll mute mine as well. Nobody understood the video, so WTF from Just One Love. Virginia Slim, young boy wanted some older male attention, must lack it at home. Think you got a point. Think you got a point. Like the spotlight was on him. Steph said it earlier. Like you run down the list of Cam Newton's achievements, which I didn't know any of those things. They sound great. This may be the highlight of this young boy's career. Um, so yeah, he had an audience, and the spotlight was on him.
And that's another thing, right? It's some stuff you can't buy, right? We just talked about this yesterday. We talked about how Mississippi State, they hired Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders is a Hall of Famer. That experience you can't buy. That knowledge you can't buy, right? And I gotta right here that game they blew out the HBCU right here in Jacksonville. The game was in Jacksonville, but the HBCU Edward Waters College is who they played. That same program received $2 million to go towards improving their program just 2 years ago, right? They got beat 53-0, right? One just made one hire, the other one had $2 million, right? But what's the difference, right? It's the experience. It's who's in the locker room with them. It's that knowledge. You can't pay for that.
Yeah, it's true you can't pay for it, but I also get their frustration because like it's having that kind of experience, and elite is not the word I want to use. Like they have had this like top tier experience, and they're bringing it back to communities that
Right.
look like them, that where they came from. And what they're running in, and what the frustration is going to be, and I think that they should just kind of like push through it, is it's like you ever like bring a ghetto kid that's never been nowhere to like a really nice restaurant. It's like $60 for steak. Oh mama, you know what I mean? Or like to a nice store, it's like $3,000 for a shirt. So they have to
Whoa.
understand.
300, 3,000. You said 3,000, or you said 300?
She said 3,000.
3,000.
3,000
There
for a
are
shirt is crazy.
3,000 there. Yeah, but for someone who buys that shirt, it's nothing to them. Like,
Right.
they've seen it, and so it's the element of don't see, come see, and like I hope that they continue on and more athletes that have access and privilege like they have to wealth and give back to these experiences and push through, because like it will eventually like reap, because there may have been like the quiet kid who just ran his laps or did his, that thing where y'all go through the tires, or I don't know what y'all call them. But he really took in the information, and he could Cam Newton could have changed that kid's life and made the next Newton, but you wouldn't know if you focus on this one
And
who like kind of ruined your day or put salt in your day.
but that's what I was getting at. Like, just you okay. It started off disrespectful. But now you got his attention. And now that now he wants to talk. Now you gonna see. You watch YouTube, man, talk. Pull even if you pull information from him in a hostile situation, like, you still got information. Like, you did not make the best of that. But
I hope
Wait, what
I
was
hope
the
he got
follow
a
up? What was the follow up step? Cam wants to talk to the guy.
no, yeah, because Cam was like, apparently, because we seen the second video where he was like, it's squashed now. He's like, okay, what did you do? And he's asking, he's trying to talk to you, and now you like, oh man, you'll see. I'm on YouTube. I'm like, man, everybody's.
yeah, this TikTok generation is crazy. Like he had a great opportunity to be in front, like the spotlight's on you, and like to really shoot a big shot. And it's like, wait until I become a big star. It's like, all right, I'm already a big star. Like you ain't telling me nothing. You ain't telling me nothing.
So I do look at that as currency now. Now that I'm doing this challenge, and that currency is time currency because you can spend your time doing different things like moving towards your goals, standing still and not moving backwards from your goal, but you could also be moving away from your goals. And that did happen to me, like with the kids. I remember I took one of my friend's kids to it wasn't okay, this could be a nice place. It was a nice place to them, but it was Jason's Deli, if you anybody's familiar with that. And they were
Yeah.
like, well, look at all these white people because we're in Atlanta and they not around white people, but they were loud, and I could have left and been like, oh my God, like y'all embarrassing me. But I really like had them sit down, and I was like, no, this is what you do, and don't get up running around. Yes, the ice cream is free, but you don't have to get 5 ice cream cones. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
that you can use the time for teachable moments.
Yeah, and I hope even off camera, like there's more to the story, and he was able to like use this as like a moment to be like, "Yo, I was just like you." Like, and if you take heed to what I'm saying, I can help you get to where you're trying to go. So, like, you can have a moment or you can have a lifetime. But let's get back to these comments. I'm on Lorvell. I would have snatched his ass up like comedian Faison. Love did that boy in the airport. I missed that story, but Faison seemed like a real G. I just think about him
That was
playing
so
Big
sexy.
Word. Big Word. Oh yeah, he was sexy.
That was so sexy when he grabbed that dude up and tossed him like he was a sack of potatoes or like he was a baggage handler throwing some luggage on the plane.
Yikes.
That was sexy as
Yikes. Shout out to
hell.
Faison Love. What are you doing these days? Miss you. That's a legend. Redemption Song is laughing. King Latrell, Latrell. Cam wanted the papa to show up to put his hands on him and tell him about his child. I agree with that.
Hey,
Definitely agree with that.
I ain't never seen nobody make Miss Ravioli smile like that. Much time made her smile about Faison Love. That's
He got the complexion for the protection.
There we go. So now we know you like them chocolate. All
Ah,
right.
yes.
All the chocolate. Hit us up in the comments if you got someone from Miss Ravioli. She deserves real love. I'm rooting for you, girl. Laura Bell says the funny thing about this is, so what if he is a free agent? Cam Newton can still use his money to go into other business ventures. Very true.
and
Also, oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, a lot of people think like once you're at the NFL, it's over for you. You're done. Like, nah, it's like just like you and I, it's a million different things we can do to
Yeah.
make money. Like, it's not
Yep.
over.
Yeah, and if you manage your money well, like you set for life. Like I think I heard or read somewhere, who's the guy? I'm just here so I won't get fired. I lived in Seattle, so I should know. Marshawn Lynch.
Oh, yeah.
That it was rumored that he doesn't spend any of the money he makes on the field. Like he just spends all his endorsement money and save the rest. And I'm like, that's so dope. Like you could really set yourself up if you got the NFL money. Pressure says, F that little kid, respect your elders. You can't critique anything when you've done nothing. Let's check back with Lil Man in 15 years. I agree. Don't tell me what you gonna do. Tell me what you have done. Like talk about catch me on YouTube with your 33 subscribers. Come on, man. You talking to Cam Newton. You talking to Cam Newton. Only thing I wish Cam Newton was like in a pink suit, like during this argument. I would have liked to see him more flashy. The pink suit, maybe like diamond rings on all 5 fingers, glasses that are embroidered with diamonds. Like I would have wanted to see him look real rich as
and I want to say something about the comment. Listen, as disrespectful as the kid was, I'm not into saying fuck that kid. That's not my thing. I don't like to say fuck the kids. But I respect your point, Mr. Pressure. Okay.
This young man is almost 18. He's closer to 18 than
yeah, he about 16, 17.
Yeah. So he about to be out in this real world where it's gonna be fuck that black man anyway. So this is a great opportunity for him to really like get some game. And like you're already in a place where you have access to Cam Newton, which is what you're in a position where a lot of other people would have killed to have that opportunity and actually did something with it besides argue with him. So like sometimes you have to say F him to let them fall, hit their head, and then realize like what it feel like on the other side.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. Virginia Slim, Steph, you excusing disrespectful behavior. If cursing is allowed to be used openly on the field, then the coaching staff is trash for letting that be the norm.
Like, but I mean, I understand what you're saying, Virginia, but I think just like the Mimi's point, these kids about to be grown soon, right? So they're not using it this year; they'll be using it next year. What are we doing?
Well, Redemption Song 76, talking shit versus disrespect. Cam could have reeled that in a little better. I agree. Snuggle 668, why would she say that kicked him in his ego when he was clearly being disrespected? I mean, you kind of answered my question. Like your ego and like disrespect to me kind of is going hand in hand. But that's just me. Maybe it's just semantics, but I hear you. King Isla Trail. I'm gonna have to check out and listen to the rest later. Got going to sleep, just got off work. Shout out to you. Hope you rest well. Catch the rest of the show in the rebroadcast. Mills Lane, good morning to you, brother. Cam should be used to being trolled. He wears rompers. Points were made. Points were made. And you should have ended by saying, well, he wore his rompers well.
I was just about to say that. Listen, it's 2 men in this world that can pull off rompers. That is Cam Newton and Bruno Mars. Nobody else could do it. All right. I don't think nobody else could have pulled that off.
I'll add Russell Westbrook to the
but he didn't do it, so I don't know.
What kind of romper? Like what ladies wear?
It was
like a one piece,
but they were men rompers.
They were for males. This was a thing.
Yeah, they're more boxy shape. Yeah, men in rompers. Men in rompers was a thing. He was fancy with it. You know, Cam is a fashionista or a fashionista. So, you know, he's gonna push the limit in his fashions. He wears fashions with an S. That's different. That's different from what y'all niggas be doing. What we doing? Fashions with an S is in a whole nother level. Mr. Good morning. Good
Morning,
morning back
salute.
to you. Sunflower Sky, good morning,
Good
friend. We're
morning.
happy you're here. Thank you for everybody in the check in. Just one love. I never could understand the video. Pressure has a shout out to Miss Ravioli. I'm not going to repeat that. Um,
Hey, Pressure.
but there it is. Miss Ravioli, you are a good sport. You are a good sport. All this abuse you be taking all the time. Skin made of Teflon, Don, bulletproof over there. I love it.
You heard her say she not giving away her currency.
There you
And
go.
Yeah.
Look at you passing the test right here, live
and,
and direct.
and Lucifer made her skin tough. Lucifer did that. Shout out to Lucifer real quick.
That's right.
Virginia Slim Redemption. We have kept you rolling all day today. I'm happy that you smiling over there. Virginia Slim. At least it wasn't Herschel Coon Walker. I don't even know what this means. Do you know what he's talking about?
Herschel
Yeah.
Walker, yeah, that's definitely be cooning. That's just he's a
Okay.
football player. But we'll that's another
Let's
story.
finish off these comments because I don't know what that is. Miss Ravioli is in the house literally this time. Yes, she is. We're happy because I was wondering if you really did live in your car. I'm like,
Oh my
okay.
God.
Precious says why she will say the word abuse before she leaves the panel. Watch. So if you hear Miss Ravioli say abuse, take a sip of your drink. Take a sip of your drink. Let's play a game. Why
that
not?
definitely should be a drinking game.
All right, Snuggles. The young man was at a football camp to be helped by people like Cam Newton. What was he not supposed to do? Is discipline not on the table? I think it's fair. I think it's fair for him to be. Discipline is a strong word to me if you're not the kid's parent. But yeah, like to be checked. Well, I guess discipline is still the same word. But yeah, I think he should be checked. I think Cam was right because in the real world, people aren't just gonna let him talk to you any kind of way. And I'd rather it be Cam Newton than some street stuff that he's not really ready for. It's my opinion. What do you guys think?
I feel like even in that situation, like I said, it was hostile. I feel like it was handled as well as it could be. Right, when someone's chastising you and you sat there and you addressed like a real life troll, right, and I think you handled it as well as you could. But as far as discipline, I don't know what are you going to do to him? Kick him out of camp? I mean, that seems a little bit much.
Miss Raffaele, what do you think in terms of like discipline somebody else's child in this kind of scenario? You at a camp, a kid is out of line, like forget about the energy currency. Like, do you feel like he should have been disciplined?
No, I can't forget about the energy currency because that
Okay.
would drain my energy. So, I didn't know he was at football camp. So that's definitely a teachable moment. I would pull the child to the side to see what was going on and ask them a series of questions. And I guess for this particular situation is why did you say what you said? How do you think that makes him feel, or how would that make you feel if someone was saying that to you? Because you don't know. He might not have a father at home, the young man, and people could have been yelling that at him all his life. The same things that he's yelling at Cam. I don't know.
And
I
That's a
just
good
try to
point.
talk to the children,
and I
you know.
think I think it's important to realize I think the child was trying to go viral at the same time too, because as Cam Newton was walking by, not saying anything, the camera's already rolling, and then the kid
Okay.
yells, You're a free agent, you're a free agent, right?" So I think they kind of knew what was going on. I feel like you said, I think he was trying to show off for the 13 subscribers. Get to the next comment.
That's that's
Wait
fair.
a
Fair
minute, but
assessment.
how would you know that? Like, okay, so I know that I was in the principal's office one day, and a young man was sitting in there, and I asked him why was he in the principal's office, and he got kicked out of class for acting up or whatever. But he was the ringleader. He told me that's why he got kicked out of class. So I found out that this young man like had a job sweeping up in the barber shop. Like he bought his own toys He helped his mom. And at the end of the day, what I got him to see was the teacher is looking to him to lead all those guys around him in the classroom in a better way. And he got to see, he told me how it would affect the teacher, like how hard, because I asked him, how hard do you think that's going to make her job when you all are not paying attention? And what about the other kids in the class that can't hear? And I didn't really think anything of it, but the teacher actually found me later and was like, "What did you say to him?" Because now he acts so different. And I told him, like, he could still be a leader. He didn't have to be like the class clown disrupting class. And he doesn't have to be like straight up and down all the time. But, she does have to do her job. You know what I'm saying?
White teacher?
Nope. No. Why would I send my. No, it wasn't.
Good save. Good save. I think that's a great way to look at it, to impact kids, and because they're so used to this to adults, like don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, and it's like, no, actually you're special, and if you use your powers this way, here's some better results that not only benefits like the teacher, but you showed him who he was, and then people follow. You don't ever change that kid's life, but just like taking that time. All right. Mills Lane in the comments. Lorville, I feel like I'm lost without her steering wheel. That's to you, Miss Ravioli. It is a little different not having the sun shining on you and the hat and the steering wheel. That's quite a setup. Virginia Slim, energy currency. I want a refund, Miss Ravioli. You got anything to say to that?
I don't. How are you gonna get the refund? Once time is spent, whether it's positive or negative, is gone. You just have to spend your current currency correctly. There are no refunds on energy currency.
Miss Ravioli, I'm reclaiming my time.
Snuggles. Are black men supposed to watch black boys just go astray? Actually, Miss Ravioli, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this.
I think no. However, the only thing that can be done is providing the information, because some people are not going to be receptive to the information. That's why I was saying he could get the young man. It was a black boy? Because I only heard the audio. Like he can provide him with information, but it's up to the young man to utilize the information correctly or in a positive manner. But if Cam Newton says absolutely nothing to this young man and tries in no way, like I would feel away or look at him sideways, because I don't think that he was always. I don't know him, but I believe at least everybody has had at least one bad experience with an adult where maybe they got disrespectful, even if it was just a little bit of disrespect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair. Steph, you have boys, right?
Right.
What's your answer to this question?
Are black men supposed to what? No, also, do I have boys? I am a basketball coach, right? I have a youth basketball team that I coach. And no, actually, anytime I'm in the presence of young men, I feel it's my obligation and duty to provide wisdom when I can. Does that answer the question?
Yeah. I definitely think the same. I agree. Like black men, we are supposed to lead and guide, and direct. But to Miss Ravioli's point, that's all we can do: lead and guide. We can't force. So there's a balance of like how much time can I spend, and obviously it's questionable. Like if I spend a year with this kid, I may be able to like change his life, or I may be able to say one thing at a team huddle that changed somebody's life. Do I have the time to do either or whatever the case is? But no, we are not supposed to let our black boys go astray, for sure. The next comment. To answer the question, this is from Just One Love. To answer the question without watching the video, I'm in kill mode behind the safety of my seeds and loved ones. I can't control their actions, verbal or physical, but I can decide and control mine. Very true. Mills
And
Lane.
shout out to
Oh, go
Just One
ahead.
Love. Oh, shout out to Just One Love for the donation. I just seen it. Appreciate you, love.
Shout out to you. Thank you. Just one love. Mills Lane is agreeing with Snuggles. Redemption, the comments. Woo! Yes, there are a lot of them. Shout out to Logic. Thank you, Logic, for always reading the comments. This is a lot. But we get through them, and I love that. That's one of my favorite things about the show, seeing you like being able to interact and not just talking to the camera. Virginia Slim. At the end of the day, young dude did it all in the name of clout.
Mm.
Think you may have a point there. Lorvell, we have to handle Bebe's kids differently. How? I want to know. How do we handle trouble youth differently than regular kids? I don't have nothing here that I parent besides Grisha, which is Green Keisha, my succulent, and she doesn't give me no lip ever. I actually need to water her. Looking at her. All right. Ahmad, I bet if it was Tom Brady, he would have been respectful. LOL. This feels like a setup. This
No,
feels like a setup for a response. So, I'm gonna back away slowly. What are you gonna say, Steph?
This plays in this real thing that we don't address, but white fear. Like the shit we try with niggas, we don't try with white people. Just
Are
being
you
honest.
saying black people have white fear, or white people have black
people,
like it's white fear?
Black people be afraid of the white man.
Yes.
Okay.
Like I know that John Logic is not here, but that's what I was trying to bring out for the OBGYN visit. Like I think that he would have spoken up had the doctor been black. That's just me though. I was trying to get there, but John was mad at me.
I mean, that's actually a fair assessment, because even if you think about
But
in the workplace, like white people may do like have cause like macro aggressions all the time to black people, or like may say something that's disrespectful. We'll wait till we get home, like, and then that bitch said, da, 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 da. But it's like you wouldn't say it to your face, but you may like approach it if it's a black girl. And there's a lot of nuances that we could get into with that. Like, you don't want to lose your job or come off as aggressive or blah, blah, blah. But actually, thank you for bringing that up. Ahmad, now zooming out a little bit more, I can see how that could be a thing. Mills Lane, respect to anyone who mentors children properly, but if the kid doesn't respect you or what you do, it ain't gonna work. That's true.
That's true.
Virginia Slim says Miss Ravioli is attracted to big men. Pay attention. Attention paid, Virginia Slim. Attention paid.
You're wrong, Virginia Slim. It was the strength when he could just pick that man up like he was a feather and toss him.
That's something only big men could do. I think. I don't know. I'm not sure. Pressure says Ahmad's algorithm. I doubt color was considered. This generation doesn't think like that. Just his success or lack thereof. Brady has 7 rings. Still respect your elders. Just One Love says, I gotta watch the video. Ahmad says, pressure. I wasn't referring to the color nigga. I was referring to he's more respectful. That nigga threw me off. He's more respectful because of winning.
Yeah.
LOL.
And he is more declarated. Definitely. That's true.
Pressure at Miss Ravioli always talks against violent men, but gets turned on by violent men. He's questioning it. Okay.
No, Pressure. No, that was not violence. That man put hands on Faison first. So nope, he got what he deserved. That man should have never put his hands on Faison. He was all in his face.
Miss Ravioli.
He was in his personal space.
Right. He was. Now I agree with everything you're saying, Miss Ravioli, but that's still violence. Like you just address violence with more violence. It's okay. I didn't say he was in the wrong.
You think that was violence? That was
if someone hits me and I hit them back, that's still violence.
No, I wouldn't call that
retaliation.
I would call it
violent retaliation.
resetting
See,
a balance,
if I was his boss and he hit me, I would fire him. That's another form of retaliation, right?
getting back to equilibrium.
All
You
right.
Fair
don't talk
enough.
to
Fair
you don't
enough.
talk to him like that. I don't know.
Anyway, back to
Listen,
these
she's still
comments.
smiling every time we bring up Face on Love. I'm sick of this.
Yeah, that was war. That was war.
Ahmad says a fashionetto. Yes, I like that word. We will use that for fashion niggas for the rest of the time. Cam and Hustle Westbrook got the same style. LOL. I agree. Mr. Ravioli in the check-in, respectfully. Thanks, Steph. At least someone respects me. Miss Ravioli, what you got to say to your man?
I have nothing. I want to know who that is lurking around
Oh,
in my cupboard,
she,
in my
she,
refrigerator.
she ain't claiming you, Mr. Ravioli. We need to hear more from you.
Yeah.
Virginia Slim, grown man wearing bonnets. F out of here. All right. Okay. What if they have hair? They can't protect their locks? I'm just curious. Let me know. Redemption song. Herschel Walker is the Clarence Thomas of football. Another story for another. I have no clue who Herschel Walker is, but again, I don't know sports. Steven, good morning. Morning, ladies and
Morning.
Good
gentlemen.
morning.
Virginia Slim is laughing at Mr. Raviolo. Mr. Ravioli. We all love you, Mr. Ravioli. Thank you so much for joining us. Mills Lane is laughing at Redemption. A lot of people are. And Keenan, his parents were there. I think that's a fact. So thank you for sharing that part. I wish we would have had them on camera because that kid was wilding out, and I don't know.
So
It
he
feels
did
like
have a
the
dad.
dad should have stepped in.
So he did have a dad. So see, that's what I'm saying. That's people who got triggered who didn't have a dad. Hit dogs holler, man. Come on, man.
I definitely hollered. Keenan also says, "Is Miss Ravioli house squatting?" Answer. Virginia Slim also wants to know why you sitting in the hallway. So tell us a
I'm
little
not
bit
sitting
about
in
this.
the hallway.
Maybe I won't say your house anymore. Tell us about the location that you're filming from today, Miss Ravioli. The people want to know.
It's in a nice cupboard, so I could stay nice and dry.
A nice place with free Wi-Fi. Got you.
The
Okay.
Wi-Fi is not free.
Redemption song is you're having a good time today. She also wants to know who Miss Ravioli is, and we'll finish up with this last comment before we get into the last story. We watched Faison fling Lil Dude across the floor. Miss Ravioli like big dark bully nigga. She holds bare knuckle boxing matches in her backyard while he sips sweet tea.
Whatever, pressure.
And then so this will be the last one for real. Herschel, me. So this one's for me. Herschel Walker was called to Congress to speak against Black people receiving reparations. He also a staunch Trump supporter. Oh, I think I know. I've seen this picture of a Black man standing with Trump. Thank you so much.
Yes.
All right.
Coon McGee is what we call him.
All right. I'm gonna have to look into that. I probably won't, but thank y'all for letting me know. So our last and final story, we're gonna be talking about some big booty basketball. Take it away, Steph.
I think this pretty much says it all. Hold on, dang, I gotta take down my message. Yeah, it's personal.
Who DMing you?
No, that was y'all. That was just a group chat. Yes, man. So they have a big booty basketball league, man, and I'm trying to get in on this, man. Oh, let me start the video. I was halfway through it. Let me mute my mic.
I need to mute the mic.
Yo, you on Teddy Riley. How about you? Let's try it where you keep your mic.
I about to say,
We'll mute ours.
Yeah, I need to share audio. That's what that was. All right, come on. All right, big BBW basketball. You know,
You're muted, Steph. but you can also narrate.
Okay, man. This is a beautiful thing, man. We need to invest early. See, the WNBA is struggling, and they had to, um, what's the word when downsize? That's it, right? They have a smaller amount of teams. I think they got rid of like about 8 teams, right? This is what
Okay.
it is. This is the
The
solution.
wait a minute. The WNBA only has 8 teams. You can
No,
take the story out.
no, oh,
So it's just us.
nah. I wanted to keep playing in the background, but it ain't playing for whatever reason. Hey, nonetheless, I'll go ahead and take it down.
This is abuse. Y'all can go ahead and take a sip.
Let me take my sip. Okay. My first question to the panel and the chat is why? Why do we need this? And who asked for this? Steph?
Steph likes it.
First of all, you said, why do we need this? And
Yes.
who asked for this? First of all, this is one of the things you didn't know you needed. Until you know what I'm saying? It was like the microwave before the microwave. You didn't know you needed a microwave until they invented one. You're like, oh,
Okay.
This is amazing. How was I living my life without this? It's two of my favorite things in one sit. You understand me?
Basketball and booties?
Basketball and big booties. Amen.
Another question before
we big booty to play. You ain't gotta have a big booty to play. I'm just saying it just don't hurt.
So would you watch with little cakes out on the basketball?
Oh yeah. Little cakes. Get out there.
Okay. All right.
WNBA just switched up their shorts to they don't even gotta be that because that was one girl bent over. I ain't even see no thong.
I was like, are they wearing drawers? And
I
then
wasn't wearing nothing at all.
Yeah. So the last thing, do you feel like this could, in seriousness, you think this could save the WNBA? Is this how the WNBA
sexualizing women, having the short crop, wear crop tops instead of the regular jerseys they wear? And man, come on, sponsor be all on that, man. Come on,
all right. Miss Ravioli, what say you? What are your thoughts on this?
Okay, so I used to play basketball, and right now I'm thinking like when we have to do drills on how to fall, and you're supposed to fall on your butt and slide across the floor without your hands, like you can't do that with a bare butt. You're gonna hit the gym floor, and it's like that jump gonna hurt. Like that's crazy. That is so crazy. And the way that people be doing stuff like licking their fingers and they probably gonna be touching their butt. It's COVID time and then touching the ball and passing the ball. No, like come on. And then you slide across the floor. Now you got vaginal juice on the gym floor. No. It's just all kinds of wrong.
Yes. Question for both of you guys. Women with ass shots and or ass augmentation, is it a liability
for the game
or their health? However you want to answer.
Oh man, no. It's a liability if you out there, diving on the floor and rolling around. You know what I'm saying? You don't want them cakes to get flipped over. You know what I'm saying? I've seen videos like that where the girls got the silicone. You can see the silicone in the ass and they flip it around. That's disgusting. But we've seen videos like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
Y'all ain't never seen it? The girls
I have seen I've only seen an infected booty, but I get, I mean it happens with like breasts, so I can visualize it.
Okay, all right. But also, right, I think this is important. The NBA Commissioner Adam Silver said in 2018 in the interview that the WNBA on average lost more than $10 million each year in operations. Mm-hmm. Right? That they got to do something to save this league. I'm saying ass sales. It's selling,
They
man.
lost it compared to the previous year, or
I'm
just
saying
lost it compared to
they're
projections?
per year. That's what they're losing because in
Per year,
operation.
they're
In
trending, they're
operation,
dropping.
right?
But
That
I'm
means
saying based upon projections or actually the
I'm
previous
saying
years.
they're not bringing in money to
Uh-huh.
sustain what it takes to operate,
Oh,
right?
okay.
But
And the WNBA is attached to the NBA, but they're not bringing in revenue like the NBA.
I make a motion that the WNBA go link up with Ice Cube.
that's actually not a bad idea.
Now I'm gonna have to look.
And
We're gonna have to get ready.
no, that's not a bad idea. And big baller brand, like figure it out there. But no matter what, people don't respect the WNBA. They don't. It's not the same reverence
It's
um,
just
as
it's
for
just
the NBA. Like we're not even talking about them, but we found this random basketball. Like who? What are the names of these teams? Like, do you know anything about these
these are
girls playing, Steph?
the Harlem Rump Shakers. And,
Do you really not have these names?
Is that for real? Is he
Is there any?
serious?
Is there any? Are there any real news on it, like this story besides the video? So I want to know.
no, I've been trying to find it, but this is just literally just a video someone posted. And I'm not even sure
Okay.
if this is the actual league, but it's an idea. It's an idea. Like I said, the Harlem Ass Shakers and the I'm not even gonna say the second one.
Okay.
Say it.
Let's just get to the comments. Redemption song. What the fuck? I'm with you. Where are we going with this? I'm not sure. Mills Lane, did that one lady have flesh colored shorts on? I think we all saw the same lady and wasn't sure if she had on anything at all. But you look like you're happy about it. Like you're looking upside down. I'm envisioning you looking upside down in your position for research purposes, of course, Mills Lane. Virginia Slim, I don't know what has more rubber and silicone, the basketball or all that fake ass. I'm actually
I don't
okay.
think that was
So
fake. I think that was just big girls.
yeah, I'm not a fake ass connoisseur or fake, but unless it's like blatant, like because some of these girls are naturally thick and their thighs were matching their booty, so I don't know if they're fake. Mills Lane says this is sponsored by Bang Bros, perhaps. Keenan, IDK, this gives me creep
Hey,
vibes.
but you know what? You say sponsored by Bang Bros. I'm not sure because they were running. I seen a play ran. Okay, that was a play. She the backdoor cut, found the girl wide open. That was a play. I don't think
Um,
it's getting creep. Oh.
The Rose Show. What's up with you? Good morning to you. Not Lil
Oh, yeah.
Cakes. Hey, Lil Cakes matter. Lil Cakes matter. Sometimes you don't need a whole pound cake. Every now and then a little cupcake should be appreciated. That's all I'm saying. Mills Lane Lingerie Football League is or was a real thing. I think I've seen that before.
They're still around.
Um,
Really?
all this is telling me is y'all won't respect us in these like male dominated sports unless we show up naked, but we shouldn't be liberated and be over sexualized. I'm confused on what y'all want us to do.
Yep.
Who said y'all?
They want to see the women do the sport half naked. Like they used to have boxing at the strip club. They set up the boxing ring in there. They be about naked and
Don't
boxing.
forget about mud wrestling either.
Listen,
Mud wrestling was definitely a thing.
we watch men play these sports at a very high level, and just structurally our bodies are built different, right? Men tend to be a little bit, jump a little higher, a little bigger, a little stronger. Okay, so when you see that league going on, right, and then you have a league for women, right? It's like, well, what separates it? One of the things that does separate the women's league from the men's league right now is that they're they are very structured. They are fundamental. They have the fundamentals down to a science. Therefore, you can argue that the the fundamentals in the WNBA are better than the NBA, right? As far as the footwork and the fundamentals. But the lack of athleticism, I think, is what pulls it away when you don't get to see that raw talent take over. Now, if you show an ass, I don't give a damn about no talent. You understand me? I'm tuned in. That's just me. I mean, you saying this gives me creep vibes. I'm a pervert. Okay, I scroll down my timeline and I stop to watch twerk videos, silhouette challenge, bust it down challenge, you name it. I'm stopping. I'm watching. Don't get mad at me.
We appreciate your honesty. We appreciate your honesty. And you're not the only one out there, because Virginia Slim then says this is the equivalent to lingerie football league. Meh, I'll watch. All right, y'all let me know what y'all think about it. Snuggles, people cry about being over sexualized while making themselves sexual objects. It's interesting. Very interesting.
That's what you just said.
Schoolboy, yo, good morning. Good morning to you, my brother. We miss you this morning. Can't wait to get back on the panel with you. Pressure. We don't want to see long ass lesbians doing weekend. This is okay. We don't want to see long ass lesbians doing weak ass dribbling, weak ass dunking, and exceedingly amount of air balls. F the WNBA unless it's with a partnership with Pornhub. All right. Okay.
Pressure going hard. Pressure going hard, bro.
Okay. Okay. Not all of them are lesbians. Again, I don't watch the sport, so I'm not sure. But I'm pretty sure not all of them are lesbians. I think the point is it shouldn't take us showing our asses for y'all to be interested in watching us play basketball. But I don't get it.
But you know what? And I will say this: y'all talk about us, but really, women don't tune in. Women don't tune into the WNBA. Women aren't supporting the WNBA. Women are the number one consumers, and y'all aren't watching. Y'all aren't buying the products. Y'all aren't coming.
Are we the number one consumers in sports? I find that hard to believe.
No,
we may be the number one consumers, period.
Right.
But all right, you're arguing now a subsection of a section of a point. Being the consumers of America, that goes in beauty, clothes, fashion, blah blah blah. All clothes and fashion, the same thing, whatever. But if you subsect out sports, I'd be inclined to say that men are heavier consumers.
But
don't do that.
A lot of y'all watch football though. A lot of y'all watch football.
So it's on us to make the WNBA successful when we're making the NFL successful. Why can't it be a civilization thing? Come on, that's BS.
Come on.
Anyway, let's get back to. Go ahead. What you saying?
No, you want to cut me off? All right, moderator. All right.
No, go ahead.
I just want to let me get my point off. No,
Mills Lane Slim. This gives me a new meaning to fantasy basketball. Fair enough. Fair enough. I think you got something that you can make happen. Get rich before somebody steals that idea. Keenan, we ain't trying to see no Brittany Grinders in thong.
Hey, I don't want to see Brittany Griner in thong. Respectfully,
she is a pretty woman. First of all,
once she's taking those hormones to make her breast smaller and make her voice deeper, so she doesn't look like a woman anymore.
Brittany Griner, is that a fact, or are you just making these things up?
No, she was playing. I remember she was playing basketball with I think she was playing basketball with Nick Wright with her shirt off.
Oh wow, do you know who Brittany Griner is, Miss Ravioli?
No, but Brittany, you are beautiful just the way you are.
She absolutely is. She is a famous WNBA player. She is beautiful. I agree. Virginia Slim does not agree. She agrees with Keenan. She says, "Ha ha, right."
Virginia Slim is a male, by the way.
Yeah. No, I said he agrees with Keenan.
Oh, okay.
I think I said that. Jersey Jen. Don't they have female football teams? Yes. So they're playing bikinis. Mills Lane has a name for this. So it's the Harlem Rumshakers and the Brooklyn Booty Bouncers. Y'all have a lot of great ideas today. Pressure. The WNBA needs to start selling dates with their star players to
Nah,
a
don't do
lucky
that.
seat holder.
Nah, don't do that.
Um,
Nah, that's too much.
Keenan, you may have my favorite team name for these girls. Keenan calls them the Miami 69 girls. That's a
See?
point. Pressure, the Washington WAP Havers. Okay, or Havers. Washington WAP Havers. Okay, okay. Virginia Slim coming with the bars as usual. The ATL Ass Club is Miami Cosmetics, the Philly Punanis, Toronto Twerkers. I feel like we got a league, everybody. We got a league. um, our union dues will go to introduce this new league because Steph, you may be onto something, my brother.
Hey,
Everyone
invest
is
now.
laughing. Mills Lane with the San Francisco Scissors. Yikes. Okay. I caught it as I read it. You guys are wild today. Philadelphia Full Cuppers. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure it's problematic. Tallahassee Twat Toucher. Okay. Philadelphia 76 sized hips. And Virginia Slim. Fact Steph. The WNBA fails because of the lack of woman viewership. Women's college basketball is heavily watched across the board, but pros aren't viewed the same. We can't blame this all on women. We definitely can't blame this all on
Listen,
women.
if you
It's
want,
marketing, and Ice Cube is the genius at that. They should all go and work for Ice Cube.
Snuggles, a question for us. Do women go to see women's basketball when women are the majority? Well, I mean, obviously not. Obviously not. What do you guys think? Is this really the way that we save
in a lot of
sports?
well, yeah, that's how women's basketball is saved. If we stop showing young women that it's for dykes, if we stop telling them that
That's a slur, just FYI.
that's what's being said. I'm just being 100 with you. That's not me using the term. I like when like I've heard several occasions when I was in high school. Man, basketball, that's for that girls don't play basketball, that's for dykes. I heard like I that's what I legit heard. And so then I you hear so you hear what else is it? Sports is not a girl thing and all this so forth and so on. But then but at the same time, you see women front row at Laker games, women front row at that Atlanta game. Even with the lady who got into it with LeBron, like she was wearing like she had money. They had money to spend, and they chose to go to an NBA game instead of a WNBA game. Why? Maybe maybe because I know I'll get on TV. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe it's more entertaining, or
I
maybe
can tell you what.
they themselves won't respect the sport.
I can tell you why I like the men's basketball better than the women's basketball. It's like it's a faster pace. It's like more exciting, and uh just their more their level of athleticism is just higher. But the pace is what really does it for me. Like if I go to a women's, I've been to the games, but I don't even know what the Atlanta women's basketball team mascot is. I don't
Atlanta
know
Sky.
what their Atlanta Sky.
See how
See,
I
and
know you live there?
I've been, and I just
Mhm.
don't,
The lack
I
of
don't.
women. Thank you, Miss Ravioli.
I'm just saying it's not as fast paced. Like it's just not. It's. I get bored easily when I go to their games.
But
I
that's
don't know why.
honestly, and honestly, a part of that is because there's not as many women doing it, right? If you get more women engaged in it at a younger age, it becomes more competitive, and when it becomes more competitive, it equals out for a better product at the end.
Well, you may have a point of women leading the charge because wherever women go, men are just going to follow. So if we want the WNBA to be successful, if women support it and women are at the games, men are going to come to go get girl. Like that's always the ultimate goal, like to get girls. So you may have a point.
No, if you get like, okay, you know how at a New York Knicks game, you gonna see Spike Lee. You go to LA game, you're gonna see Jack Nicklaus. Well, when I go to a WNBA game, I don't know. Maybe I should see what famous woman lives in LA. It was like 1,000 famous women.
You see the
Anthony
lead coordinator of the United Way. What do you see?
right? Or Atlanta,
That's true.
or in the Atlanta Sky games, like I should see maybe Portia or somebody sitting front row. All right, I don't know
Right.
who, but I'm just saying.
So we got to lead with celebrities. No, I mean, it's kind of a
I
give
think
and
it can help.
take.
I think it can help.
It's a
Maybe
give
if
and
they
take.
put it on the same day. You know how they do in high school, and you go to the game, the girls' game first, and then after the girls' game is the guys' game. Maybe they should do it like that.
The
But
action would not hurt.
it wouldn't hurt. But good and well, because I used to cheerlead. Them girls' games would still be dry, and then people start trickling in, probably like halftime, third, fourth quarter, to get their seats for the boys' game. So it would help,
Right.
but incremental.
And
It,
then the floor is also different, right? Because they got two different
Oh, the floor is
mascots, two
different.
different team colors.
Oh, I
but
wasn't thinking about that.
I
is
mean,
it really just it? I mean, is it just safe to accept that just we just don't want to see women playing sports unless they're naked?
I think it's safe
Steph,
to say that.
me,
yeah. Do you
uh,
really just not want to see women playing sports unless they're naked? Because that's what makes it engaging.
but I watch the WNBA. This ain't for
He
me.
didn't answer the question.
I watch the
He did not answer. Well, for the general male, guys,
WNBA. NCAA. Do
what did you
y'all
say?
watch? I watch women's NCAA tournaments. I watch it all the time. I watch the WNBA, and I'm saying I like watching ass too. So I think combining the two is just a good idea.
Miss Ravioli, what do you think?
I really think it needs to be more excitement during the games, but I also think that the actual players and the coaches might say, "Oh, now you're trying to I don't know, over sexualize us. Look at us as just objects." And like if you were playing certain music, I think the women would complain about what music was being played more so than just like having fun at the game like you could at a male basketball game. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a catch-22. Like we all are talking about this, but we've never, at least in any of the episodes that I've been on, have ever talked about the WNBA outside of comparison to this big booty
I
basketball
think
game.
it was mentioned once a year ago.
And you think. All right. Let's wrap it up with the comments and then take the show right on out. So we got some more names. I feel like we have a full fledged team for if y'all want to get together on the side and start this big booty basketball league. The Utah Flapjacks. Redemption Song said facts to Steph. I think that's when you were talking about just games in general. Men's basketball is definitely more engaging. Oh, the one thing that I want to say, pause on that comment. You keep the comment there.
No pause.
Um, is I wonder because you say the men's basketball is more engaging, there's more energy. I think part of that energy comes from the stands. So without having all that fanfare in the
Mm,
stands, like of course it'll feel more engaging because that energy's there. It's like going to a concert with 10 people versus 10,000 people. Like it's just more energy in the room, energy currency, if you will.
Right.
Um,
It's the stands though and the announcer. And then you will have to probably get a woman that could keep the energy levels high because if it was a man, now he has to worry about is he going to say something that's going to get him canceled in this cancel culture. But I
Right.
think it's definitely a lot. A lot of it has to do with the announcer.
That's true. All right, I'm skipping over to Mills Lane, the Los Angeles Nip Tucks. Keenan says, ain't nobody trying to see Queen Latifah sitting in courtside. I like Dana. Don't come for Dana. Snuggle says, is sports masculine or feminine? I think that's a great question. We should hold that question and come back to it on another episode. The United Rowing Network. Salute to everyone. Salute to you. Thank you for checking in. Virginia Slim, I want my daughters interested in sports, so we watch the WNBA, women's tennis, softball, etc. Again, Virginia Slim, shout out to being a dope girl dad. Like, you just showing yourself today, and
Well,
I'm glad.
that's
I'm
another thing
happy
women
to hear
support.
this.
Women, y'all support tennis. Y'all,
Yeah, I
y'all
coach
support Serena.
tennis. Yeah, but it's fast paced. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe. I don't watch any of the sports, so I don't have too much to say. I'm headed over to Precious comments so we can wrap up the show. Did anyone see Queen Latifah's Equalizer commercial when building blew up? OMG, embarrassing with them heavy Big Mama. Okay, so I need a proof. I need to read and then I like read and interpret. Oh my goodness, y'all are wild in the comments today. Keenan, lower the rim and add
Wait,
one
you
man
gotta,
to.
you gotta
No,
read
no,
the rest of the comment for the listeners that are not watching.
they read the rest. They read the rest. We're fine. Keenan said lower the rim and add one man to each team. Precious says fire. So, maybe that's how we can help save the WNBA. The Road Show, I'm just not into watching women play basketball. Shrug. Fair. Fair. That's your preference.
Hey, sir. Hey, DeRoche Show, you tuned in kind of late, my boy. You missed I'll bring it back for you, man. Don't worry about it. I got you. Say less.
While we going, pressure, one superstar player or random ass dude from each city? Question mark. Um, he's bringing back the video of the big booty. Just you could just I guess let that play as we finish out these comments. So I'm on to Mills Lane. Representation helps.
Yep.
My daughter would not watch the race with me, but would always check in to see how Danica Patrick was doing. Yeah, I think that's fair. Fax Mills from Virginia Slim. Redemption is laughing, which she's been doing the whole show. I'm happy about that. And Pressure says, how many women wear tennis Hershey jerseys?
I think I'm in Jersey.
Tennis jerseys. Great question. Well, I don't think tennis has jerseys. I don't watch sports, but I think they're more like a polo and tennis skirt. But
I'm not sure if that was facetious, a facetious question or not.
no, I
But
think it is. Go ahead, Steph. I'm sorry, I interrupted.
I was about to say, they may not wear that stuff, but they definitely wear the little cute tennis outfits. Oh, they
They
buying them.
do. They wear the visors. If you pay attention, they will have visors on, and a lot of times they have those magnetic pieces that they put on their cars to say, like, at least down here in Atlanta they do, like for all the different tennis leagues. They definitely wear the tennis gear.
I don't, but I think at the same rate as you'll see somebody just walking around the street as a basketball with a basketball jersey on is not the same. Like, I'm not gonna look at somebody wearing a visor and it's like, oh, they must be a tennis fan. So, Pressure may have a point. Pressure may have a point. Well, we are coming in on the 10 o'clock hour. And I want to shout out to the host for the day, Steph Got Jokes, Miss Ravioli. I am Mimi F. Baby. Today we covered a bunch. We started with oil pulling to clean out your mouth and then talk slick the rest of the show. We talked about the Ohio woman that had a come up of $150,000 after her kids were found in a hotel room and what we would do with their money. A wheelchair woman who robbed a bank and how she got away and posed many theories. Cam Newton arguing with the kid and what extent should he have checked him, and how much energy should he have paid into it, and wrapped it up with some big booty basketball. And I think you guys have officially started a league within the chat. So many great ideas. We appreciate you guys rocking out with Steph and I today, and our special host, Miss Ravioli. Shout out to Logic getting his rest, and Schoolboy and V Smiles doing their thing. We held it down for them. And you got any final thoughts, you guys?
I do. As far as the water is concerned in Houston, I reached out. There's no water to buy at this point, and I am looking into filter buying for the Texas residents and Flint, Michigan residents and surrounding areas, and see if costs could be cut down on those filters. And 3 people that you can reach out to in Houston for providing meals to people are, I think it's Mattress Mac, somebody the Truth, and
Trader Truth.
yeah, Trader Truth.
Shout out to Trader Truth. He's always doing something in Texas.
And Bumby.
And
okay.
Yeah. Oh, I want to leave out with this. Life is a gift. Drink it, don't overthink it. And ladies, to y'all, it's always a treat when players meet.
And I'll just leave out with, if you know any small businesses, Black businesses that need some branding or content production, thank you, Redemption Song, for showing us love. Please reach out to me. I'm accepting new clients. Thank you guys again for checking in. Salute to you, Sleazy Aki. Nice to see you in the check-in. Mills Lane, big booty basketball enter to win the chance to have your favorite player try to back you down in the post. I'm not sure if that's a sports reference or a sexual reference. But
it's both.
Okay. But anyway, thank you guys again for checking in with us and staying with us this whole show. This has been the Morning Rant. You on Teddy Riley, Steph?
Yeah, we gonna leave out here on some Mr. Motherfucking Esquire. You already know the vibes.
Fire, nigga.
I'm gonna get this shit on.
Nigga, I'm on fire right now, fuck nigga. I had the niggas come back, nigga. Niggas thought it was over with for me, nigga. Y'all tried to count me out, nigga. I ain't forgot about that shit. Y'all niggas think I forgot, nigga. I ain't forgot about none of that shit. So I'm back with a chip on my fucking shoulder, nigga.
Wrote this with my eyes closed, or rose in Moscato. Intuition in the visions flow from out the capo. Niggas ask me how I made it, I begin if I know. I just went with my soul, and the rest just follow. She's a good girl, fuck that bitch, I'd rather deal without her. Say no to CashApp, I ain't tricking, bitch, you must be psycho. But I'm prone to lie though, just don't tell all my pros. I roll gelato in the Bronto, so I got the sky close. Damn, it's raining, grab my cane and pass my Prada poncho. The boots was leather with the tattoos, those the Randy Macho. Goggles, Ferragamo, condos big as Costco. I popped the rhino, then she swallowed like it's Mr. Sacco. Mirror, mirror, who's the realest? Please don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the realest? Wait, don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the rarest? Please don't tell me I know. Modern life like Rocco, but I still pray to Shango. Mirror, mirror, who's the illest? Please don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the realest? Wait, don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the rarest? Please don't tell me I know. I devour my goals, and that's word to Gaucho. Rebel outlaw, reckless vato, ghetto desperado. Ain't a Draco, eating tacos, take your breath like Tyclos. Adjacent to Van Gogh, I'm chasing my shadow. The pain is the shackle, embrace it for battle. In the gym for 7 weeks, I feel like Boris Kojo. I'm in Cujo with a new hoe, sober watching Cuso. With my old hoe, I forgot I fuck my hoes in duos. Popo throws in 2 hoes, loopholes out with pool. That piece of coupon for designer, Gucci coat was two-tone. School old Parasuco, shoot like Tony Kuko. Pajama sense and no Delilah, put that on my tombstone. Mirror, mirror, who's the realest? Please don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the realest? Wait, don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the rarest? Please don't tell me I know. I devour my goals, and that's worth the gauchos.